Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. I apologize for the technical problems. I had reset my computer, had everything ready to go, reset it because the wheel of names was not working yesterday. So I went ahead and set it up because that usually means something else is going to go kaplooey. And subsequently, I started it. I could see me going live, but none of you could. So subsequently, I had to set up a whole new live stream because I released the live stream. The thumbnail and the title and the descriptions, I'll copy and paste it after today's live stream. So I apologize for the technical issues, and I really appreciate you all coming. This is going to be a very special thing for me. So let me say hello to everyone. Hello, Justin Winch, Great Scott, Amy Harrell, Michael and Nancy Stacking. Let's see who else. Check Stacker, my kitty brother from another kitty mother. Let's see here. Tracy Jones, one of my favorite British people in the world. Aspiring Alchemist, who has always got my back. Magic Moon. And I think we got everyone. If I missed you, I apologize. This live stream is set up for mostly members and mods, although I haven't excluded everyone. But I have set this year up with the plan of every 3 months. In other words, every quarter of a year, I'm going to be giving away some silver for the members who have been so good to stay with me on the channel. I want to start covering a lot of different things on today's live stream. One of which is to cover some jobs for moderators, because trying to be my own moderator sometimes can be a little overwhelming. By the way, Frostbite is out with his family enjoying a Christmas party. Why he prefers his wife and Christmas party over Tiger, I'll never know. Anyway, but one of the reasons is to cover all the things I would like to have covered in a live stream and moderator jobs. So let's see here. We go over to here. I want to give everyone a chance. If you're a moderator or a member and you want to come up and say something, this is the time to do it. I'm going to include that in here. Nope, hold on. Let me go over to here. I'm going to pin the invite into this live stream. Hi, Joey Brown. Long live coins, welcome. So Miss Aloha, welcome. So if you're a moderator or a member and there's something you'd like to add to what we're covering today, feel free. That's what it's there for. Today it's only for moderators and members to use that pin. Tomorrow we're going to do a similar one for all subscribers. For the subscribers or for the members, I want you to feel free to tell me what you think we should add to this channel to be there for your service. And especially since I'm not working as much, I want to be able to try to give that to you. As I've told some of you yesterday, I'm somewhat kind of laid off. I'm a 1099 employee, so you can't really be laid off. But they don't want to work someone getting chemotherapy. Why? I don't know. But that'll give me some time to do some more content and to hear from my members, my moderators, and tomorrow from my subscribers, so I can start getting an idea what you all like. So one of the things I want to ask of the moderators, if I don't say hello to someone, please say hello to them, make them feel welcome. I had a live stream not so very long ago where we got kind of off topic and a particular person was trying to reach out. I didn't notice it because I was overwhelmed. If I'm missing something, please, moderators, put it all in capitals that so-and-so is trying to reach me. You think it's important, and hopefully I'll catch it. And tell that person to go ahead and put what they want in caps. And we can see exactly what it is that they want to try to get across. That person got a little bit upset with the whole situation. And I have to admit that I was a little overwhelmed on that live stream. For members, I want to thank you all for being a member of the channel. This is our quarter appreciation party. It also happens to be the benefit of being Christmas month too, but we're going to have a separate live stream for Christmas. So today is the members and moderators. Tomorrow is the subscribers. Oh, no. Today isn't the appreciation party. Today is the members and moderators. We're going to have a separate, hold on. Why don't we do this? Because I got a lot of live streams going on. Why don't we combine the appreciation party into today for the members and moderators? That way, that's one less live stream. So live stream today, members and moderators. Live stream tomorrow, subscribers. Live stream on Monday, Stack Collector. And Frosty and I have a really good program set up for you. We're going to be talking to someone, possibly two someones, who have been very kind to other people who are not part of our community, and how that kindness accidentally got them into stacking. Then we're going to have a Christmas live stream and a New Year's live stream. So that's a lot of live streams. So why don't I just go ahead and combine the quarterly in today, because that's for the members also. So that'll just leave one less thing for me to do. Now, if we get to 25 likes, I'll be giving away a silver dime. Another 25 likes, another silver dime. If we get to 75 likes, I'll be giving away a quarter. 100 likes, a $50. And if we get to $100 super chat, I'll be giving away an ounce of silver. Aspiring alchemists, would you be so kind as to let me know where we are with the likes? Now, I'm going to be recording today this live stream in both vertical and horizontal mode, but I'm only going to be counting the likes from the horizontal mode. It makes it a whole lot less complicated, and I'm a little more comfortable with that modality. And 18 at the moment. Thank you, AA. Now, you don't have to be a member to be eligible for the likes giveaway. But you do have to be a member for the appreciation giveaways. And I've already recorded the number of people in each category. So basically, what it takes is, in a 3-month period of time, I got to see a member at level 2 months, 2 consecutive months for the membership giveaway, appreciation giveaway. If you're not a member for 2 consecutive months, but you're a member for 2 months consecutively at the level 1 level, then you go into that list. If you are consecutive for 2 months in level 1, like I said, you're eligible for that. If you're not consecutive for 2 months, then you're not eligible for the giveaway. So some of you might accidentally let your membership lapse. And if you restart it, and YouTube has this list where the first list is how long a person's been a member. Second list, how long they've been a member for that level, but that's a total amount. Then the third list is when someone's joined and rejoined. And if you meet the criteria, you stay at that level or drop down one or not eligible at all. So some of you who have been might want to know where everything is and why you might not show up in the list. Now you have an idea as to why, and we'll go from there. I'm going to try to retrieve that member list here because I hid it away in somewhere else simply because I went ahead and wanted to make sure I didn't lose it. And when I restarted the computer the second time, it didn't give it to me. So please bear with me as I'm dealing with some tech issues. Let's see here. Let's see. Sorry for the silence. I am trying to retrieve that. Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to do it the hard way. So the list isn't that long, so it shouldn't take that long, but we'll get into that here in a second. I would like for the members to please consider putting into the chat, or if you want to say it out loud, going ahead with the come on, computer. Hold on. Somehow it must have came out. Okay, I guess I'm back. I've been talking to myself here for a while. So, what was the last thing you all heard? And I'll back myself up and bring it up to speed. Yep, somehow I came out. Oprah's in jail. I think you're teasing me. Hello, Jerry Parker, Magic Moon. I always said hello to you. TWC Myers and Ground Fog, welcome. Okay. All right. I went looking for the list that I made prior to this live stream. And I stashed it before I reset the computer the second time. And for some reason, it's not there. And I guess I'm going to have to regenerate the list of members for both levels, which is not that hard because the channel's still small and I don't think I need to work that hard at trying to regenerate it from scratch. But for some reason, it disappeared on me despite my best effort. So there you go. But I do want to cover my bases here. Let's see here. Where are you? For crying out loud, where is that darn thing? Okay, it must still be in there somehow. Okay, I got that back. Sorry, I am a little technologically challenged. Sometimes gets me in trouble. All right. So I guess I'm going to have to put the link back in there unless it's already there. Let me check. Okay. In the horizontal mode, the link is in there. So if anyone wants to come up on stage, it's there. In the vertical mode, it's not. And like I said, I'll be counting, and AA will be helping me, the amount of likes we get. AA, did I give a list of what's given out away at the different likes, or was that cut out? She might be busy. Okay. Basically, it cut out. Okay. For the first 25 likes, I'll be giving away a silver dime. At the second 25 likes, I'll be giving away a second silver dime. At the third 25 likes, I'm sorry. Yeah, at second 25 likes, a silver dime. Third 25 likes, which is 75, I'll give away a silver quarter. And at 100 likes, a $50. If we get any super chats, if we get to 100 super chats, we'll go ahead and give away a 1 ounce of silver. So, and like I said, I was going to do a second quarterly, but I realized I'm doing like five lives this month minimum, maybe more. I just saw a surfer. I'll take a look at it here in a second. But at the I want the moderators to make sure you say hello, moderate the chat, and go ahead and make sure people try to keep it as clean as possible. If someone if I drop a foul word, I'll be throwing a dime into the curse barrel to be given away at the Christmas party. And if I drop the F-bomb, I'll be putting away an ounce of silver for the same purpose. If someone drops in and types in some curse words, please notify them. I would hope that you would be kind enough to put a $2 super chat in, because that's plus or minus a dime. If you drop an F-bomb, please drop an equivalent super chat to an ounce of silver. Why am I being strict on this? Because my grandsons and maybe granddaughter that might be on the way might look at this one day, and I want them to see that this is a family event. Okay? So I see someone has come in. I'll be right with you here, Zaphael. Let's see here. Surfer says, a couple questions for wife. She's available in the next hour or so. She went over to buy some groceries, so she'll be available here in a little while. Now, for members, I want you to feel free to give me suggestions what I can add into the experience for you as members. Doesn't member level 1 or level 2. That way I'm adding more to your experience to build this channel for all of you and also for my grandsons so that it can be a great experience for everyone. Zaphael, please feel free to come back. I just wanted to finish the basics because I don't know what was cut out. And when I get to a point where I think that I'm giving something to all of you in addition to, or substitution, or in addition to the quarterly silver, then I'll feel comfortable adding a third level to the live stream. So, Vincent, welcome. Supreme Ginger Stacker, welcome. So, Zaphael was here. He disappeared. Zaphael, please feel free to come back in. Now that I've covered everything and I know people have heard about it, I wanted to go ahead and get things ready to go. Check Stacker, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Check, for the curse bow contribution. I've never heard you say a naughty word ever, but I really want to thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you. And let's see here. Nicely done. Appreciate that. So, what do you, as members, want to see in upcoming events? What would be something not at a subscriber, because we're going to do the same thing tomorrow for subscribers. What do you want to see? What do you want to see in the future content? I just wanted to share a link, but you might want to share with your members if you think it's applicable. Well, go ahead and throw it in, Zaphael, and feel free to come back on stage. I didn't want to ignore you. I just wanted to cover everything to make sure we had everything covered. Rakamas, welcome. Deb Walls, welcome. G-Dub, welcome. So, and please put it in capital letters so that I catch it. What do you want to see in the upcoming content? I've been trying to get some really good people to interview. I'm planning on doing some videos on pores. I want to do some videos on trying to get Shavella to allow me to do some more videos because you all seem to like her a lot. The hard side of it is that when Shavella is working, she'll tell me, yeah, come on in, we'll do a video. When I get there, she'll tell me she's too busy. So I have to wait, and sometimes I wait and wait and wait. Surfer says he wants to see an interview with Surfer. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. I have fun going on your channel, and I have fun when you come up to mine. So if you guys see something you like, please put a yes in the chat for what was suggested. Put a no in the chat if you don't like it, and a 3 in the chat if you have no decision. Okay, so I have a second. How many people want to see an interview with Surfer on Tiger Stacker channel? One, yes for yes, a no for no, and what did I say? 1 for yes, 2 for no, and 3 if you have no decision. OC, you want to see me bin a bullion Trump round? Those are hard to come by now. I heard that SD Bullion received a cease and desist. So it's a little hard to come by one of these. And even more so, hard to come by one of these. So basically, Oh, we got ourselves a celebrity here. Daniel Diaz, Citizens for Sound Money Executive Director. Welcome. Good to see you. Sardoz wants to see me be neutral. I'm about as neutral as I can be. I do have my opinion, but I allow everyone else to have their opinions as well. So you're welcome to not share my opinion. You're welcome to type or speak whatever position you have, as long as it's done with respect. I don't want people to feel like they've been disrespected in any way, shape, or form. So there you go. Just switched over to the organization account and gave you 10 likes. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it, Daniel. If you guys haven't gone to see Citizens for Sound Money, they do a really good job. And, feel free to go ahead and, sign up with them. Daniel, would you put your link into the chat so that they know where to go and periodically drop it in there? I've signed up with Citizens for Sound Money. You guys need to. We need to all be part of that overall movement. Joseph Lopez, welcome. And, by all means, oh, by the way, welcome, Wiggy. So we are 7 away from 50 likes. So Stacking Surface says he wants to have an interview with Daniel. Daniel, he don't tell Surfer I said this. He's actually a very good guy, very knowledgeable, and might be helpful with introducing you to people in California to get that state to accept sound money. But don't tell him I said it. I don't want him to know how much I respect him. So that's sorry about that. I just couldn't help it. So yesterday we had a live stream with Sean's Precious Metals. We covered a lot of ground and talked about selling of silver, selling of gold, and when that fits. And it's kind of interesting because right now we are in a very uncharted water territory where we are seeing a spot price that's around $64, $65, maybe more, maybe less. Vincent K, $10 super chat. Thank you for putting in the super chat, and it's okay if you disagree with me, just as long as you all are kind enough to say it with decency and respect. I don't mind if you have a difference of opinion, even if I strongly disagree with you, just as long as we respect each other's rights and respect each other's rights to exercise our First Amendment rights and that type of thing. Chad Wolf, and I can't pronounce the last name, but welcome. So, I want to go ahead and cover that. That is okay, Vincent. Just be nice and oh yeah, thank you, OC. So that's kind of where we're at. Hold on, that's something in private chat. Oh, that's from Zephael. Silver confiscation possibility. Okay. Zephael, where did that come from? We are going to be visited by a bigwig. So please welcome to the chat, Daniel Diaz, Citizens for Sound Money.
Hey.
Daniel, welcome.
How you doing? I wasn't even ready yet. I don't have my lights on, nothing.
Yeah, but you're the camera loves you, dude. You can't take a nasty picture. Although I do love you with your hat.
Yeah, I can put my hat on if you want.
I got mine.
All right, let me go grab it.
There we go. Now you look good in that type of hat. And my friend Jack Stacker looks really good in that type of hat.
Nice.
Now me, I look really goofy in that type of hat. I look better in a cowboy hat with a big rim, but when I went to Men's Warehouse and bought a new belt because I've lost weight, I saw those hats that you have and Check wears. I put it on. I still look goofy in it, but I saw a hat that's the brim is halfway between the hat you have and a cowboy hat, and I bought it because I didn't look so crazy in it. FaceTimed with my wife, and she says that one looks good, so I have it, but it's upstairs, and it will take me a while to figure out where she put it.
Yeah, this is the only hat that I found that fits me and looks good. I got a massive head. I'm a big guy. And I found this hat. It's the straw fedora hat from DXL, from my other big head friends out there. And what I do is, because it's straw, as you wear it, it gets oily and everything. I just keep replacing them. This one's probably hat number 6. I have another 5 as backups. So I love it. I mean, everybody, and I wear it because I get compliments like the one you just gave me. So
Understood.
So what are we talking about today?
This is a issue for members and moderators. I wanted to get some help with with my moderators, so I was asking them to, go ahead and say hello to everyone, especially if I get distracted, which I can do, and make sure that people keep it at a G rating in the chat, so that my grandsons, who are tiny right now, when they're older, if they go back, they see that Gramps was trying to keep this in a G-rated format for them, and also leave messages for them, not only how much I love them, but what they need to do, because people are people.
Yes.
History repeats itself.
Yep.
And people will always try to take care of other people, and governments will always try to take advantage of their citizens. So I try to leave them content that what we're dealing with, which will also be evergreen for when they are adults and they have to protect their wives and their children, or if I have a granddaughter on the way, her husband and her children. So
yeah, no, that makes sense.
The other part of it is to ask the members what they want to see in this channel, because what I've been doing for this year, every 3 months, is to give away ounces of silver. 1 ounce for the level 1 members, 2 ounces for the level 2 members, and they have to be a member at that particular level for 2 consecutive months. And at the level 2, if they're not, they can drop down to level 1. At level 1, they didn't make it. They're not eligible until the next time around.
All right.
So we've already covered the criteria for likes and giveaways. Now, you don't have to be a member here to get a silver dime, silver quarter, or silver $50. But first 25 likes, 1 dime; second 25 likes, another dime; third 25 likes, quarter; 425 likes or 100 likes, I'll give away a $50. And if we get super chats in there for every $100 of super chats, I'll give away an ounce of silver on top of everything else.
I like it.
But since we have you here, why don't you tell us a little bit about not only Citizens for Sound Money, but also you are running your own bullion dealership, including goldbacks. So let me learn from what you have.
Yeah, sure. So I'm the executive director of Citizens for Sound Money, or as I was posting earlier, For Sound Money is our handle on YouTube and X if you want to follow and subscribe. And our website is citizens4soundmoney.org. So what do we do? Citizens for Sound Money has a mission of promoting the use of sound money and protecting people's rights to do so. And the way that we protect people's rights to use sound money is by getting rid of taxes, all the friction of using sound money in your daily transactions and buying and saving. And the other is by passing sound money legislation, elevating gold and silver to the same level as fiat currency. And we have helped get multiple pieces of legislation passed. We were one of the primary pushers and I help write most of the law in the state of Florida. I help in Missouri with the Missouri Freedom Initiative. We help lobby in Texas. I've testified in multiple states: Montana, South Carolina, New Hampshire. We've lobbied in New Hampshire. So we're really pushing to bring what we consider economic freedom and liberty to the people by bringing back gold and silver as currency. Because, as you know, since 1971, we have not used gold and silver, even gold and silver certificates, as currency, because gold and silver is money. It has stopped been people have stopped using it as currency, and we're trying to bring that back through Cities for Sound Money, through our 501c3, which is the educational foundation called Sound Money Movement, where we have seminars training business owners how to take gold and silver for the payments of goods and services, training legislators on the constitutionality and what states can do to make gold and silver legal within their state as currency and legal tender, and also just educating people on free market solutions, economic solutions like Austrian economics, and also sound money economics. So that is what we do on the C3 side, and I've been executive director for the organization for a little over 2 years. I've been working for the organization for over 2.5 years. And, and being in the position that I am, people always ask me, how do I buy gold and silver? Where do I buy gold and silver? And our mission is to promote the use of sound money. So I just started early on, before I was even executive director, just legislative director. I was buying and selling gold and silver to my friends and family, and it grew, and they started telling people, and eventually grew to a point where my side hustle, I was doing pretty well, and it was just literally word of mouth and me selling on OfferUp. And recently, I got 2 business partners who invested, and we decided to open up a physical bullion store, a coin shop in my hometown. So that coin shop is called Sovereign Gold and Silver Exchange. We haven't opened yet. We're just finishing the last steps and little things we need to tweak to physically open up. But we're opening up, and we try to be the most competitive bullion store when it comes to buying and selling gold and silver from and to the public, because we want to promote sound money. We want to get real money in the hands of as many people as possible.
Wonderful. How's it going? I've been watching a lot of your content and really enjoying it. So you've been getting some really good names on there.
Yeah, we've been lucky. We've been blessed to get Rob Kintz, David Morgan, Dr. Bob Murphy, who's one of the top Austrian economists. And yeah, I mean, we had Aaron Day, who's phenomenal, who's really analyzing what's going on in the markets and the threat of CBDCs and the technocracy of the wealthy trying to take over the monetary system through technology. We've been blessed. We have quite a decent reach within the sound money community, and it's a blessing that keeps opening up doors. God keeps opening up doors for the organization, and we keep growing. We're just a small little group of people who believe in the mission of spreading what I call the sound money gospel, because gold and silver is freedom. And by doing what we do and educating people on using gold and silver, teaching business owners on how to accept real money, it actually provides freedom, because the dollar, any fiat currency, is just a theft mechanism. It is a mechanism to steal your wealth and your economic energy. And the way that you opt out of that theft, the way that you opt out of that type of control and what I call enslavement, economic enslavement, is by opting into gold and silver as your primary currency. So that mission right there, because we are a nonprofit, and we are the only nonprofit in the sound money space. All the other organizations are really companies or DBAs of a company that's for profit. They have their own purposes and interests. We're truly doing it for the movement. We're citizens for sound money. We're doing this for the citizens. And we also chartered a trade association for the industry. The industry has been underrepresented when it comes to lobbying and getting their voice heard at the governmental level. Yeah, gold and silver are money, dollars are currency. And the trade association, what that allows is that the industry, miners, refiners, graders, certifiers, auditors, gold and silver exchanges, providers, mints, they are able to join the trade association, and then the preamble of the charter of the organization is about promoting sound money. So we, as Citizens for Money, as a chartering organization, our role is to make sure that the trade association doesn't go off the main mission and purpose for why it was founded. So we're trying to help as many people as possible.
That brings me up a very good question for the members here in the chat. We had an excellent interview with Daniel, one-on-one, and then we did a really good interview with Daniel, introducing him to attorney Chris Pritt, who used to be a delegate Chris Pritt.
Yeah.
I want to get more great interviews with a lot of people, including more with Chris Pritt and more with Daniel. If you all are in agreement, please put agree. Daniel, agree. Chris, agree. Both. If you disagree, put disagree. I want to see if you all would like to see more interviews with these fine gentlemen. The other thing, Daniel, is kind of wondering, as you're making your way through all these people that you're interviewing, could I put a general overall request in?
Sure.
Would you be willing to let me be introduced to some of these people so I can bring them onto my channel and have their word spread as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can make that introduction for you.
That'd be fantastic, because right now, as I said earlier, I'm somewhat in what you might consider a layoff position. What I mean by that is I'm not actually laid off. I'm a 1099 contract employee. So there's no job security, and that's typical for most emergency room doctors. A lot of hospitals aren't willing to employ a doctor who's getting chemotherapy. So that's kind of a crappy thing to do. But, I'm once again, I'm a 1099. I have no job security. I'm also working it with some other people to try to get me employment as a W-2, where I have some benefits and some job security. But most hospitals don't want to do that way. So, I have the time to go ahead and make videos, get introductions, do live streams, build the channel, make it good for everyone here, the subscribers, the members, everyone. So I appreciate you agreeing to that. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, absolutely. This coming week, I can make some introductions for you.
That'd be wonderful. So has the membership grown?
Yeah, every week we're getting new members. We're do a live broadcast on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. and then we do a premiere on Fridays at 7 p.m. And after each video, we usually get one or two, maybe. I think like this past week we had quite a few actually join. I don't know what it was. Both videos had already dropped. Maybe it's one of the videos that constantly are being replayed. The most recent one with Rob Keene's. It's our #1 video of all time. With likes, views, hours watched, and now because of that video, YouTube, which is the first time I've seen it, is allowing us to do A/B testing on the thumbnails and the titles because it just keeps getting traction. I keep seeing as they're switching the title, it keeps bumping. So that is bringing in some memberships, and as we go around the country talking about it, it keeps growing. And now that we're launching our state chapter initiatives, each state that we launch a state chapter in is going to grow as well, as they're going to start recruiting locally.
That's fantastic. So what I've been watching is how really intelligent these fellows are, And I'm assuming that as you're talking to them, they're either part of Citizens for Sound Money or they're becoming Citizens for Sound Money.
Yeah, you're talking about the guests that we bring in?
Correct.
Yeah, I would say most. Let me think. Bob Murphy hasn't joined. Most of them have joined at some point. Aaron Days is a member. Um, who else have we interviewed recently? It's been quite a few. David Morgan is a member. Rob Keynes is a member. Trying to think. Some of the more tech focused guys, not necessarily joined because they're more on the asset-backed digital currency side. But yeah, I should reach out to them. But a lot of them, I'd say more than half of the people we've interviewed so far have already joined.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So I just can't wait. Have you heard from Chris Pritt since we did our interview?
No, I haven't. You should give him a little nudge.
I will be happy to.
Yeah.
I'll be happy to. I want to introduce him to Dennis Keating from Alpine Gold, and I also want to introduce him to some people from Goldback because they're all part of the Citizens for Sound Money movement as well.
Yep.
And even though he's not technically in legislation, he still has friends that are in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just kind of praying that maybe he'll consider getting back into legislation, but he's never said yay or nay. He's never made an announcement. So subsequently, my hoping has to stay at the hope level for right now.
Yeah, well, we still have about a year left if he does decide to run. So there's still some time for the election.
Oh yeah. I'm watching chat pretty closely. See, most of the people agree they want to see you come back, Chris come back, both come back. So also please put in the chat all the people that Daniel has mentioned. If you want to see what Daniel has mentioned, please type in there, agree Daniel's friends, Daniel's compatriots. If you don't, please put in there no. And if you don't know, just put I don't know. I'd like to see what you all say, because I think if we can get a lot of people on board, the stackers learning more, the collectors learning more, the numismatists learning more, and we have a better chance. Because I think it was you that said, maybe it wasn't you, if we get as low as 3% of the population, we will have a movement to try to prevent stablecoin taking over from the paper dollar. Was that you said that? Or was that some other guest I had?
I think it was somebody else, but I've heard similar statistics. In fact, like during the Revolutionary War, it was only about 1 or 3% of Americans. I think it might have just been 1% of Americans were fighting against the British and won. So I think it's a very low percentage that is needed to get involved in a movement or any organization to make a difference.
I remember it being about this the Revolutionary War. I'm thinking that was you who said that, because I then made mention that I always wondered why Lynette Zhang always says all we need is 3%. All we need is 3%. So I'm assuming that she's, being a history buff as she is, has made mention of that.
Yeah, and I think 3% is the percentage. And Damon Stathos, stable coins do sound like Orwell's 1984. It's interesting. If you guys want to learn more about what's going on with the technocrats trying to take over our entire identity, our currency, go view our most recent interview with Aaron Day. We really get deep into the technocracy and different ways, digital privacy solutions on being able to. Somebody said being a sovereign citizen. I just like people not seeing where I spend my hard-earned money. I like privacy, and it's quite eye opening to see. I've known about it, but Aaron, all the things we've discussed, but Aaron really, that's his main focus. So it's good to have somebody like him on the channel talking about the dangers. It feels like it's an inevitability, right? That we are going to go into a digital world, and um, it reminds me that there are always dark times in human history, but even when it seems like it's the darkest hour, there always is a light shimmering of for hope, and that hope is the sound money movement. You have these corporations, you have these technocrats, you have the large financial institutions trying to do everything within their power to keep control of the monetary system and to control the people because they think they're smarter than us, they're smarter than you and I, and that they know better. And that is what they are. That's what they have done over and over and over. If you study history, there's always some type of tyrannical empire or leader or group trying to control the masses or the people. And there's always, it's like Star Wars, right? The Empire took over the entire galaxy, yet you had the New Hope with Luke Skywalker and the rebellion and the remnants of the Republic. It kind of feels like that in the monetary sense because the bankers are very influential when it comes to the lobbying arm. I mean, the corporations, when it comes to lobbying, I mean, they spend hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in buying influence and basically donating to leadership in different states and the federal government to do what they want. And the will of the people, there are very few statesmen who actually stand up for the principles and stand up for the people. I can probably count on both hands, maybe two and a half hands, on how many legislators from the state level up to the federal level there are that I would consider statesmen. So my point is, if you want to learn about what's going on with CBDCs and the Orwell's 1984 Orwell, where not only did they control the means of production and every aspect of society, they also started changing history and deleting data and so forth. So it's interesting what is going on. And our interview from yesterday, it's called, let me look it up. The title is Silver and Gold and the Coming Era of Financial Control with Aaron Day from yesterday. So the thumbnail is just gold and silver versus financial control. So after this live broadcast, yep, digital ID is also, carbon credits is also an issue, Stacking Surfer. And reach out to me, Stacking Surfer. My email is ddiaz@citizens, the number 4 soundmoney.org. Love to be on your channel. But yeah, we got a lot of good content on the channel. We have Bob Murphy, Dr. Bob Murphy, who is a top Austrian economist. We really get deep into what's the problem with fiat, the history of the dollar, the Federal Reserve, how lower interest rates is really bad for the economy. We really get into some deep things, and then we also interviewed Silver Seeker. And then in that interview, we learned about how to test gold and silver, how to buy gold and silver, who to buy, not to buy from. So there's some really good content and educational stuff on our channel as well.
Yeah, I saw the one with Seeker. I was like, man, he brought on Seeker.
Yeah. I'm trying to get Yankee. I've reached out to Yankee about bringing him on our channel. He interviewed me on his, so let's see if I can get him interviewed.
Yeah, he's really, really good, especially with macroeconomics.
Yeah. Oh, he's good at the mining stocks too.
Oh, he is. I've only invested a little bit in mines, just enough that if I lose my shirt, it's not much of a shirt I lose, where it won't hurt as much.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed watching that. I've been really impressed with the tungsten. That's done well, and uranium has really done well.
Yeah, well, uranium usually does well. I mean, basically all commodities do well when gold and silver are in a bull market, because the capital rotation event is happening. People are selling their stocks, they're selling their other investments and going to safe haven assets or commodities. So oil is going to take off. Oil and silver have a very high correlation. In fact, an ounce of silver is almost the same as a barrel of oil right
Oh,
now.
isn't that the truth?
Yeah, and copper is going to skyrocket. We're starting to see some strain in the copper market. Uranium. I mean, I think nuclear power is going to come back. Uranium is going to make a good move. Tungsten. I mean, all the metals that are used for industrial, for anything for energy. Lithium mining. I mean, lithium is going to skyrocket. It's energy. Yeah, energy will take off. Energy is. Think about it. The amount of energy AI uses, and governments are just going to keep growing. Companies are going to keep using. Individuals are going to keep using AI. It takes a lot of energy to run AI models and keeping it going. And then there's just data centers. The internet's not going to get smaller. People are going to keep starting putting data online. You need data centers. You need energy to run all those data centers. The U.S. is close to tapping out in their power, so I think we're buying energy from Canada, and we're in Florida. We're tapped out. The grid is getting strained in Florida because of the amount of people moving here, the amount of construction. And energy is look, money is energy, right? Gold and silver is just a store for our economic energy. It took the energy of a supernova to create gold, to create silver. It takes energy, economic energy, to get it out of the earth, make doré bars, put it into a refinery. It takes more economic energy to make fine gold, fine silver, pouring it, and then getting it out to the wholesalers. That all takes energy, and it's a different type of energy. USA will own the energy market. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Especially if we go back to nuclear. If we can just get out of this stigma that nuclear is super dangerous. I mean, we've had some advances. Sure, you have a tsunami, you have an earthquake, and things happen, but there's still ways to ensure, like building nuclear facilities that can withstand earthquakes and earthquake zones, withstand
Well,
tsunami.
if you consider the two worst nuclear power plant issues that have happened, to my knowledge, was
Yeah.
3 Mile Island, and how many years ago was that? And
So,
Chernobyl in Ukraine, and how many years ago was that?
yeah.
Short of nuclear power plants being attacked from an adversary, we've not had any more oopses. I think they've learned from those two events.
Yeah, the only oops we had was during that earthquake and tsunami in Japan, but that was a freak accident. I mean, and it was mostly contained. There was some leakage, in the surrounding areas, but other than that, I forget what was let's see, Japan nuclear reactor tsunami.
While you're looking that up, Aspiring Alchemist, can you do me a favor? If you see any suggestions, what I can add to the content from the members here in the live stream, would you jot them down? Because I'm looking for them, but I don't see them. I'm not sure if they're putting it down or not. So if you'll be my extra set of eyes and ears for that, I'd be really, really grateful.
Yeah, it was the Fukushima nuclear power plant in Okuma, Japan. So yeah, it was directly caused because of the earthquake and the tsunami. But it wasn't a failure. It was like, well, the earthquake cracked everything, and then the tsunami, damaged it more. And there was some exposure, radiation exposure, due to that. And let me see. Yeah, and there was like so far there's only been one death from lung cancer, some other radiation. Let's see. Yeah, and 164,000 people were permanently displaced. So that area you can't move and live in anymore. So that I would say that was three, but that was because of acts of God.
Okay, space miner. Nuclear isn't quick. It can take decades, and plans alone, in my opinion, is we'll see thermal coal and NG lead, whatever NG is, lead. Okay, lead the infrastructure toward nuclear. Well,
Yeah,
that makes more sense because it's more available. We already got the infrastructure in place. I think that we we as a nation, and I'm going to try to stay a little bit neutral on this one. We as a nation bit off the green energy candy bar and put more of it in our mouth than what we could chew. We
yeah.
weren't ready. We're not going to be ready for decades. So if we want to even consider that as an option, we need to go like we did with everything else. Because in the past, you had these things called automobiles come into existence.
Yep.
And they're like, well, how do we fuel it? Well, the oil industry kept running into this byproduct they called gasoline.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I said, hey, we can use it in this thing. You know,
The-
you
and-
can't put the cart before the horse.
yeah, and I think natural gas is cleaner. Like in Europe, like in Spain, they have natural gas stations. Um, it we I think that there's different things we can do. Look, we're going to run out of oil at some point. Not in our lifetime, maybe our grandkids or children's lifetime, depending on your age. We might be getting near the end of the oil. Now, we got a lot of oil. And what Trump is doing in Venezuela, it's not cartels, it's oil. And there's multiple reasons why they're going for the oil in Venezuela. Part of it is because Venezuela's biggest client is China, and from what I'm hearing and seeing, China is looking to their threat of them invading Taiwan is getting more serious, and China uses more oil than they produce. So if the United States takes over the Venezuela and the oil and cuts it off, that's going to be hurting China. And there's a bunch of macroeconomic things for the reason why gold and silver is taking off. That's just one of them. Uncertainty and war are definitely reasons why gold and silver go up. But energy is the key to everything. If we don't have energy, our civilization as we know it is going to cease to exist. And with the technology and also petroleum, oil is everything takes oil. There isn't petroleum products, everything, plastic. Um, uh, there isn't an area in human society today that doesn't use some type of petroleum product to produce the technology that we have to even do what we're doing right now. So there's a lot of things. We have to find petroleum replacements for plastics. There's a lot of things in the future as humanity grows with population. Let's see, Southern Company had a nuclear plant this year. It was mostly hydroelectric and thermal. Yeah, and nuclear. Look, the problem with hydroelectric. You listen to what was last year. Yeah, I mean, look, Venezuela is going to be taken over. I think the Monroe Doctrine is coming back. There's a lot of influence from China and Russia and South America. The U.S. doesn't like that, and it's a threat to our national security. And I think what Trump is doing, whether you like him or not, he sees the threat of China and Russia in the Caribbean and South America. You've got Brazil, part of BRICS, that's looking to move away from the U.S. economy. You have India joining as part of the BRICS nations and doing deals with China and the world is changing, and that is part of the reason we're having such a really it's the printing of fiat currency. But beyond the printing of fiat currency and the devaluation of all the fiat currencies out there, you have uncertainty and fear. And there are the U.S. being the premier superpower. There are challengers coming up. I think we're in stage 5 of the rise and fall of nations, and there's never been a nation to stop its collapse. Maybe the United States can slow things down. It really depends on leadership, but we're living in very interesting and uncertain times. And the fact that silver is up over 110, 20% since January, and gold is near 60%, 70% since January, that's a huge indication that there's a problem and there's a lot of fear out there.
That makes a lot of sense. In
Yeah.
fact, what I'm seeing is a lot of predecessors to war, to physical war.
Yeah.
I see that we are dealing with a informational war,
Yeah.
especially through internet. I see there is a war on petroleum products or fossil fuels, which you need for the supply lines, because if you don't have a good supply line, you don't have a good military.
Yep. And
If you don't have enough food and water for it, you don't have a good military. And with money, people don't like what we've done with using the world's reserve currency status as a weapon to control other nations. Subsequently, they're looking for alternate ways.
Yeah.
Ways to barter with each other using gold and silver in the BRICS nations, maybe pegging it to their currencies.
it'll be a partial peg, if anything.
What's that?
It'll be a partial peg, if anything.
Yeah. So this all you got China, who was in charge. I don't think they're in charge anymore. Was in charge of the Panama Canal. They don't want us messing with Taiwan, but yet they want to be in our hemisphere messing with our abilities.
Yeah, it wasn't that they were running the Panama Canal. Only Panama can do that, but they had businesses and properties on like right next to the Panama Canal, and I think they had contractors there too. So Panama, it was interesting. That's why Trump really put a lot of pressure on Panama, and threatened to take it back. I mean, whether you like Trump or not, the guy has cojones. Like, he has no problem taking action and doing what he thinks is right. Whether it's the right way to do things or not, we'll see. It's like that parable with the old man about the kid who broke his arm and then his leg, and it was oh, he's blessed. Oh, we'll see. Oh no, how tragic. We'll see. So we'll see what happens with what's panning out. But history is our teacher, and history repeats itself. I do want to mention something that David Carlisle. Yeah, David Carlisle said that Venezuela has more oil reserves than Saudi Arabia. That is true, but there is a reason why oil from Venezuela is cheaper than oil from the Middle East. The oil in the Gulf of Mexico, the oil in Venezuela and South America is very dirty. It's dirty crude. It's very sludgy. I don't know if you've ever like bathed in the Gulf of Mexico, and sometimes, or even in Miami, in the beach, you might step on some sludge. It's the crude oil in Central and South America and the Gulf of Mexico is very dirty. It takes a lot more energy to refine. So though it is the largest reserves, I'm thinking the planet, Venezuela has the largest oil reserves. It's dirty crude, and it takes more time to refine it and clean it. So that's why it's a little cheaper, but it's still crude. We'll as technology improves and things get more efficient, we'll take all that crude and so forth. But David Carlisle's right. Venezuela, that's another reason. The U.S. if the U.S. isn't going to conquer Venezuela, what they're going to do is the same thing we did in Iraq. And we're going to install a pro-American government and then ensure that we protect them. We'll probably put military bases in Venezuela to ensure that we constantly get that oil, to ensure that we have our strategic reserves and we're not dependent on Saudi Arabia. So think about it long term. we overthrow Maduro, which we should. He's a socialist. He has enslaved and murdered tens of thousands of Venezuelans, displaced hundreds of thousands, millions of Venezuelans out of the country. Socialism and communism is the most evil ideology and economic system ever conceived by man. I think that he should be ousted, whether it should be by the United States. I don't think that's the case. I think the people should, but he has such a strong grip of power and that people fear him. So, whether you think the U.S. should intervene or not is a different moral question. But definitely from a strategic national security point of view, the United States kicking that guy out and ensuring we get that oil. I mean, if you're just looking at it from that, the ends justify the means viewpoint, then 100%. Whether morally and a just war perspective it is just, that's a different question. But you can't deny the fact that if this does happen and we secure the largest oil reserves on the planet, regardless if it's dirty crude or not, that will ensure the strategic national security positioning of the United States for decades, if not a century or two to come, until we run out of crude. So, yeah, I mean that's what I got to say about that.
Well, I'd heard from Trump in the past when he was running for office that it was kind of dirty oil, but I guess we have some ability to refine it and get the byproducts that we need, because we were doing it during the Biden administration when we were cutting off our own nose to spite our own face and not even producing what we should be producing as our own. And so,
absolutely, I'm looking at what Vincent is saying. Taiwan is massively more valuable to the U.S. than Venezuela. Oh yeah, no, of course.
yeah. So let me see here. AA is working really, really hard at trying to collect people's comments, for what they want to see in the chat, which is one of the main purposes of this live stream. So AA, if you'll point out someone who's made a comment, and let's see what they've said, because I know, as we have talked about macroeconomics and global geopolitical issues, she's like beyond amazing, so I sometimes don't know what I can do without her.
I'm guessing AA is aspiring alchemist.
That's her.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you're doing a great job, AA.
So, I'm sometimes not the greatest typist, so I shortened her to AA, which she was totally cool with. Is Surfer still here? Because I wouldn't mind him popping in, because sometimes he has some issues. Now, with you owning your own coin shop, bullion shop, or is it Citizens for Sound Money owns it, or is it you?
It's me. It's me personally. It's
okay.
Not. Yeah, it's only affiliated to Citizens for Sound Money because I'm also the executive director, but it's my company. Yeah.
Are you starting to do anything online? Do you have a website?
I have a website, but it's not active yet because we're still working out. We use QuickBooks for our inventory and everything. We got to get a POS system and get our inventory up and tie it to QuickBooks and everything. You can go to the website is SGSE, which is the acronym for my company. My company's name is Sovereign Gold and Silver Exchange. So SGSE.gold. You'll just see a holding like a landing page that says we're coming soon. The website's ready to go. I just got to make sure that the inventory is correct.
Understood. Aspiring Alchemist said that she was asking for Lynette Zhang to come back on stage. Let me bring you up to speed on Lynette. Lynette Zhang Enterprises offered Tiger Stacker to be an affiliate of them, and I accepted. When I do a video or a live with Zhang Enterprises, she wants to only have her channel mentioned at that time. I'm working on a commercial for Zhang Enterprises. I also have affiliation with Alpine Gold, and I'm working on a commercial for certain videos to release that one as well. I got a couple other things in the background that I won't mention until contracts are signed. I will tell you that Dennis Keating from Alpine Gold was gracious enough to teach me how to make a QR code so that whenever I do these videos, I can include the QR code. Tiger Stacker is a full disclosure channel. I tried to do my best, Damon. I want everyone to be able to be successful. So, but if you all have something else, we can certainly. Zafael, I ignored that link I sent. It was an AI bull. Missed that with truth. Have to fact check everything these days. Okay, I didn't release it, Zafael. Thank you for telling me, so I won't do that. But if you find something that is going to be factual and helpful to the community, please let me know. So let me see here. I'm going to check our likes right now. We are at 62 likes. So we're away at 2 silver dimes up for giveaway plus the membership giveaways. So let's see here. We are at an hour and 20 minutes. Why don't I set up the wheel of names, aka the Tiger Wheel.
I love it.
So we can at least give away those two. Yesterday there was 10 cents that were set up. I wrote one down for Surfer, and there was another one. I don't remember the person's name. Hopefully they sent me an email. If you guys win, you have to, within 24 hours, 2 days, please send me a claiming email. Otherwise, you sacrifice what you won.
Yeah, and I sent those prizes out after a few weeks. I was waiting for emails, and I think there was one person. I think I sent them both out, right? You gave me the information.
You did.
Yeah,
I believe you did. So
I don't have them on my desk, so I did send them both out. So both winners received their winnings.
Okay, we're at 7:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please add something into the chat right now. When we hit 7:35, I'm going to harvest the names for the 2 dimes. If we get to 75 likes, I'll be throwing in a quarter for someone. So there we go. Polly Buck, you are absolutely correct. Thank you.
I do want to go back and mention something that Vincent brought up. I was talking about oil being important, and it is important. But in today's technological advancements with the military, if Taiwan goes, it isn't just the United States that is going to suffer. It's going to be the entire world. Taiwan produces 90% of all the advanced microchips out there for advanced military hardware and AI, and 60% of all microchips. So if China takes over Taiwan, the entire world is at China will have control of the world's what the heck? What's the word I'm looking for? China will have them by the cojones. Essentially, I can't think of a better way. Right. So we have to make sure. I mean, the U.S. It's going to do everything. The U.S., Japan, South Korea, Australia is going to do everything they can to make sure China does not take Taiwan. So if it's a choice between oil or Taiwan, Taiwan has to win every single time, where the U.S. has to defend it. So Vincent is right.
Well, they've got a lot of things over there, including the major supply of, if I remember correctly, they also have the major raw material to make rubber.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's cars or rubber bands or whatever have you.
Yeah. Well, I think petroleum. I mean, they have rubber. You can also make rubber from traditional rubber like sap. I think most rubber has some type of petroleum in it these days.
Let's see here. I'm trying to harvest the names while you're talking.
Yeah. I don't know. Zephiel, I'm guessing is the name. Taiwan is probably more important than Israel. Their foundries for chips are world renowned. Yeah, 100%. I think Taiwan is probably the most underrated country when it comes to the impact on the entire world, at least the developed world. Um, let's see. I agree. Not 20%. I don't know who he's talking to. Oh, looks like Neil and Vincent are having a conversation back and forth, and I can't follow it. I don't know what they're saying, but they're going back and forth. But yeah. DRC. What is DRC? And one infrastructure to that's how I mentioned. Vincent, what does DRC stand for?
While you're doing that, I've got the wheel up.
Okay, let's go.
So, oh, for crying out loud. Try it again.
Are you trying to get the wheel on?
Yeah.
Are you sharing the? Are you streaming and sharing?
Yeah, I've reset my computer twice. I might have to. Let me come out and come back in. Maybe it'll let me. I'll be right back.
Okay. Democratic Republic of China. It doesn't sound like that's the. Is that what? I thought it was the People's Republic of China. Is the Democratic Republic of China Taiwan? Is that what you're talking about? I know there's a delay.
Okay, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to have to reset this computer again. I'll be right back. This is so frustrating.
Yeah, the DRC sounds like the Democratic Republic of Congo. That's right. Are you? Let me go back to that comment. I agree. Not the 20. DRC has no infrastructure to concentrate like China. Did you mean the Republic of China, which is Taiwan? CCP, right? The PRC, People's Republic of China, and the CCP, which is the Chinese Communist Party. But I think the ROC is the Republic of China, which is Taiwan. To DRC. Okay, got it. Well, I guess I'm the host now. What's up, guys? I'm waiting for Tiger to come back. There we go.
Let's see if it will work.
Is it working?
No. Let me reset the whole computer. I'll be back.
All right. I am your host, Daniel Diaz, while Tiger is gone, everybody. So, what do you guys think about the conversation that we've been talking about, the geopolitical stuff? You guys like that? Is that something interesting for Tiger's audience? If you like the conversation about the more geopolitical stuff, go ahead and give a thumbs up. Hey, Michael and Nancy Stacking, welcome. I see you're a moderator. If you guys like the geopolitical stuff we've been discussing today, go ahead and just put a yes in the comments. I don't like the geopolitical. Got you, Steve. Geopolitical is okay. All right. So what type of stuff do you want to hear? I am, I agree with Space Miner. The geopolitical is more of a macroeconomic view. I like you to focus on the social experiments that are going on right now. Okay, social experiments. You mean like the social credit system, like in China? Remember, minds are always already made up. Yeah, minds are typically made up. But when you provide new information, and share like what is really happening and what's causing like gold and silver to really go up, and what the rest of the world is doing and how that really threatens our way of life in your local community. Everything is interconnected. The local community, the county, the state, the federal government, and international economic and geopolitical uh, situations affect everybody. Maybe not immediately, but it definitely trickles down. Hi, Daniel. I've watched some of your Citizen Money channels. It's enjoyable, but don't agree with everything. Gotcha. Yeah, and that's cool. We are. It's all about the freedom of ideas. We're a very libertarian organization, and we love discussing. We don't have to always agree. Let's see. Market forces are insane on the global market. Yeah, market forces definitely. We have a U.S. state of thinking, not a global mindset. Right. Well, I like numismatic and Boolean silver and gold discussions. Got it. Yeah, Boolean. I love Boolean as well. Numismatics. So for my numismatic friends out there, go ahead and share. Go ahead and share what you like to collect. I like collecting a small set of coins called the Papal State coins, gold and silver from 1866 to 1870. In fact, I am the #1 collector for that set of coinage in the world, according to the NGC registry. I have more coins and higher graded coins than anyone else in the world. So I see what Vincent said. In my honest opinion, respectfully, you cannot discuss money in the real world without geopolitical context. We are a global economic system, and that's not changing in our lifetime. I agree with Vincent 100%. There we go.
There we go. All righty. Now I'm not going to bother getting out all these members and all that type of stuff. If that shows up, we'll just erase it and we'll keep going.
All right.
Okay, so let's shuffle this. This is for the first dime, and let's see who wins.
Remove.
Okay, try it again. All righty.
Man, those members are winning like left and right.
True. I've never had so many problems doing a live stream before.
Dude.
Nope.
Oh, there we go. Michael and Nancy Stackton. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Michael. Please send me a claiming email to thetigerstacker@gmail.com. So we'll go now for dime number 2. Let's see here.
It's 71.
P71. You also won a dime, so congratulations.
Congrats, the winners. Let me see, how many likes do we have?
That's what I was going to go looking for.
64 likes.
If we get to 75, we'll go ahead and run another one. Let's see here. We're currently at an hour and a half. And let me bring up, okay. Refresh this page. So, yep, I now see 64 likes also.
All right. So
Um,
I was talking to your audience. Some people like the geopolitical and see it necessary in the context of sound money. Others don't. They just want to talk about bullion and gold and silver, and that's
well,
great.
they have a question. Please feel free to.
Yeah.
And I did pin an invite to the chat. So if you don't tell me what questions you want answered, I don't know how to address it for you.
Yeah. And if you guys do have any questions about bullion in general, anything geopolitically, anything when it comes to legislation, gold and silver legislation,
Yes.
like what we stack, what I stack, feel free to drop a question. Give away an ounce of platinum. That's funny.
Now, and getting back to AA's question from before, I think I only partially answered it for Aspiring Alchemist. After I get these commercials done, then I'm going to put out a request to have Lynette Zhang come back to the channel, even maybe have her bring me up if she wants to do so. And maybe someone else who likes fedoras might actually invite me onto his channel. I don't
I
know.
was actually thinking about that, and we could probably schedule that sooner rather than later.
That would work. That would definitely work. So,
Yeah, maybe
you know,
maybe even as soon as this coming Friday. Do I have a live stream? I have to look at my schedule, and I'll let you know.
okay,
We might even do a live stream together on Tuesday. We'll see.
that'd be good. That'd be good. So, while we're doing that, I'm going to bring up. Let's see here. I'm going to get the names for level 1. Let's see. I'm going to let you keep talking while I'm pulling up the names.
I'm going to address 2 people. First, I'm going to address Vincent. I don't know. He's talking to Zardoz. I don't know. But he says, I'm also a libertarian, so I'm inclined to respectfully disagree and not ban or cancel. That's funny. Steve Wood says, personally, I'm a stacker primarily, a lazy prepper, a secondary, a numismatist, or a numismatic numismatist, but still with a bent towards stacking. I get politics everywhere, plus in a community like this, it leads to arguments. Yeah, I think 20 years, 30 years ago, you could have a political, maybe even 10, 15 years ago, you could have a political discussion with somebody and not get attacked or demonized. It's like a society has gone like way down, way too sensitive when it comes to politics. I love talking politics. I mean, I'm a first generation American. I always talk about either religion, politics. That's primarily what I talked about for most of my life. Now that I'm in gold and silver, I see gold and silver, numismatics, stacking, all part of the same category of freedom, because gold and silver is freedom. So yeah, I get what you're saying, Steve. And some people don't look. I'm a very how do you say? I like engaging. I like engaging people. I like learning about people. I like understanding people's psyche and where their worldview is. And the only way you can do that is by asking the questions to understand what their worldview is. What do you believe? How do you perceive the world? What philosophies do you adhere by? And when you get to know a person and you understand their worldview, the worldview is like the lens which they view reality. And once you understand that, you can understand how to communicate with people better, and you actually start respecting their perspective, their point of view more. But yeah, when it comes to stacking, stack away. I'm first and foremost a stacker. Then I'm a numismatist. What was the order you put it in? You said lazy. Oh, I don't know if I'm a lazy prepper. I'm a prepper. But what's the difference? How would you define a lazy prepper versus a regular prepper?
Someone who doesn't want to wake up to go to the coin shop?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, let me see. Does he answer? Who actually said that? Was that Steve? Yes, Steve Wood. How would you describe yourself as a lazy prepper?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
A clarification question. While
Yeah.
we're doing that, this is the list of level 1 members who are 2 months in or more at level 1. This also can include any level 2 that hasn't made level 2 for 2 consecutive months. So let's see who gets, because I don't want to go really past 1.5 to 2 hours, because people might want to do something. So this is the list, and the winner will get 1 ounce of silver. Same rules apply. Send me a claiming email within 48 hours. So here we go.
Michael Gratz.
Michael LeFew, send me a claiming email to thetigerstacker@gmail.com, and include in there everyone who's a winner, include in there your name, your YouTube name, your real name, your address. Please include the zip code, and I will get it off to you. So let's see here.
And if who was it? I already forgot. There's so many people. Scott, was it Scott that said that he is a stacker? Hold on, let me look. Steve Woods, if you are hearing this, I mean, I'm a prepper. I just don't know what a lazy prepper is. So if you want to maybe share what you define as a lazy prepper, so I can tell you that I'm one also, because I prep. I stack. I got food. I got gas. I got zip ties, batteries. I got all that stuff. I just don't know. Like, if a lazy stacker is like, I just buy it when I buy it, and I'm not intentionally doing it, then sure, I'm a lazy stacker. But if it's just, prepping when I got a chance, I don't know. I'm very curious on what you mean by lazy prepper, because I want to either identify with you or not.
Understood.
So let me see. Is there anything else? Any other? Oh, somebody said that Cuba should be another state of the United States. Oh man, I agree. In fact, that was a vote. That was back in the, I think, 20s or 30s. Cuba had an opportunity to become a U.S. state, but the people chose that their liberty and their freedom. A lazy prepper will buy double coffee at the store, but probably drink it later in that. I wonder if that's what he meant by lazy prepper. Come on, I already forgot his name. Scott? No, Steve. Steve Wood.
Steve Woods is a really nice guy. Really good guy. A good member of the channel. Love seeing him around. So we're not picking on you, Steve. So please don't take it that way. Because if I felt anyone was picking on you, no matter who it was, I would put a stop to it.
Yeah, no, of course. That's exactly why I'm out of it. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can. I am definitely a prepper. Yeah, I mean, I got probably, how many months? I got 4 or 5 months worth of food. Probably enough water for several months. I got filters. Oh, lazy in that I have a few short guns and a few long guns, plenty to put in them. I have friends that only have guns and think they are GI Joe, but they have no silver or gold. I keep a healthy one. I guess it's healthy supply.
He must have done what I do. Sometimes I'm typing something and I forget where my finger is, and I'll hit the return button.
Gotcha. I think it's also limited, maybe, on what gets posted. Supply of canned food. I keep. Oh, okay. So
Yeah, those are important things to have even before gold and silver, because you can't eat gold or silver. You at a
Right.
later point you can buy it and use it to buy what you need, but it's nice to have. I mean, we have 2 to 3 years of non-perishable food here in the house. That doesn't include what's in the freezer
Right.
or what's on the shelf from the stores. So, and I'm working on trying to get this. I'm working on trying to get water to the house. We live on the top of a West Virginia type mountain. Had a fella come by. It took me years to find someone who digs wells. Found one. He wants $20,000 to dig a well because we're on top of a mountain.
That's
And I'm like,
that's crazy.
yeah.
I might know a few Mexican friends that can do it for less.
Hey, I don't care what nationality they are, just as long as I can get the water for less expensive.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I got to develop a rainwater collection system, which I can do, but I need to find a good handyman to do it for me.
yeah. It's I'm Hispanic, so we kind of make fun of each other. Cubans make fun of Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans and Cubans make fun of Mexicans. But I'll tell you, Mexicans are some of the hardest working people. They come to this country looking for opportunities. Those I want them to come here legally, but those that do, I mean, they're very productive members of society, and they're some of the hardest working people in the world. And they love doing things inexpensively and well done. Let's see, what did Vincent say? Wait, having guns makes you a prepper. I might be a prepper. I'm definitely a prepper. Can't live without my diet. Dr. Pepper every day. Yeah, I look, guns I think is part of it, but you need food. You need to survive.
Yeah, and I collect a good bit of lead, but I also have a crossbow with reusable bolts,
Yeah,
because if you have to use it to take down livestock, no one hears you.
yeah, yeah. And what was it? Let's see. Aspiring true Mexicans work their butt offs, and they're also very family oriented. All of which I have great respect. Yeah, and for it's true for the Chicanos out there and for the Mexicans. I mean, they are really huge on family. My best friend is a Chicano, and he for him like he's my brother. I am part of his family. He is part of my family. There's something beautiful about the Mexican culture. I mean, I'm Catholic. Most of them are Catholic as well, and very devout. So they're great people. You know, I but you break the laws of our country. There's always consequences for your actions, right? So
True.
I think what's happening with the ICE and all that. I mean, uh, I don't want to get into that. There are people who think it's good, it's bad, but I just think you should be a free society. There's 5 principles to a free society. It's an acronym: LIFTS: limited government, individual responsibility, free market enterprise, traditional family values, and a strong national defense. And the idea is if one of those 5 pillars crumble, it's only a matter of time till the others cease to exist, and you
Yeah.
no longer have a free society.
No, I can go ahead.
Go.
I can tell you that I don't have a racial bone in my body.
Mhm.
I worked at this one place in New Mexico, and one of the head nurses, he told me he thought I was prejudiced. That word's used way too much.
Yeah.
Um, and over time, I proved to him that I wasn't, including one of my shorts early on in my channel was called Don't Stack Hate. It's about racism, reverse racism, critical race theory. I don't care which way you're pointing the finger, it's racism.
Yeah.
So
100%.
now
You know.
I will tell you that in my younger days in college, I had one rule of thumb. I didn't care what race a girl was. If she didn't look good in a skirt, I wasn't interested. If she looked good in a skirt, I was interested. And the only reason I never dated a Latina is because none of them said yes to me.
let me tell you, I'm Latino and I've never dated a Latina. And the reason why was I was born from a Latina and I refuse to ever date or marry a Latina. They're a little crazy. So
Sometimes crazy's good. Depends on how the crazy comes out.
when you live around Latina women and your entire family is Latina, look. I like non-Latina women. I'm not a big fan. They're a little crazy, a little. They're the types that will love you and then try to hide your body and want to kill you. It's like I don't know. I'm not that. I don't date Hispanics. Just put it that way.
But I will tell you that when I was working in New Mexico, especially the first out of 3 hospitals,
Yeah.
it's a good thing that I'm married and I love my wife so much, because they shouldn't look that good. So
Yeah,
they
are
shouldn't look that good,
but dangerous.
Well, it's a good thing that I was being loyal to the wife.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I hurried up and left work when my shift was done. Hurried up, left work, got in my hotel, called the missus, reestablished the connection, felt better about myself for being a good guy, and I was ready for the next day.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you have to put in a little work to date a Latina more than most gringos are willing to do. Yeah, I mean, actually, Latina women, there's something about Latina women. They kind of get Latinos. I don't know, man. My best friend recently dated a Hispanic woman. I'm like, you sure? He's like, no, she's amazing. And that little Latina switch went off, and they're no longer dating. There's something about Latina women. You push that button, it is the last thing you ever want to do as a man. Push that button, that switch goes off, and they are on you like white on rice. And yeah, I don't know. I like all the other white women, Asian women, black women. Like I'll date anybody except for Latinas.
In fact, there was a male nurse at a hospital in southern West Virginia. When I was just talking in general, I made mention about dating a few black ladies, and he looked at me and says, "I have lost all respect for you because you like black women." I said, "Then I've lost all respect for you."
Yep.
And I said, "I only had one criteria to dating a woman, no matter what race." He said, "What's that?" I said, "They had to look hot in a dress." But if they didn't look hot, not interested.
Yep. I see that, Tiger. I see that. And it had to be a fur dress, right?
Yeah, it didn't matter what dress it was. If it looked good, I was interested.
Gotcha. Nice.
But somewhere during the first, second, third date, if their heart and their mind didn't follow the physical attractiveness, I lost interest. Next.
Yeah, you know what it is for me? It's their mind. It's really the big thing for me. Like if I need to be with somebody who can like keep up with conversations and talking, and I kind of lean more or less towards their intellect more than anything, the physical attractiveness or anything like that. I don't know. It's hard to be with somebody who you can't relate to, right? Or have conversations about things that you're interested in. Obviously you show interest in the other person that you're dating, but when it's forced and it's hard to have a conversation and enjoy the other person's presence and time, for me it's a mixture of things. It isn't just the looks.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. But I've always enjoyed an intelligent woman. So if that did happen, I was talking to a lady who I was attracted to, and she showed me that she had intelligence as well as everything else. Then, hey, I was all about it.
Yeah, 100%. Okay.
We're at 27 super chats. Not trying to push anyone, but if we get to 100, I'll be putting away an ounce of silver. I'm planning on closing the live stream around the 2-hour mark. So, aspiring alchemist, is there anything that the members want to see in the future content so that I can make it all more interesting? Because I want to do more than just give away some silver every 3 months. I want to put content that you all want me to see, what you all want me to do for all of you. So,
can you put up Space Miner's most recent comment? That is hilarious.
hold on.
I dated a Latina girl for years. There's 2 reasons the men work so hard: for them and to get away from them. Yes, absolutely, my friend. That is hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that when a Latina decides she likes a doctor, she's loyal to him.
Yes.
When a Latina decides she doesn't like a doctor, it can be hell on wheels. So that's
point.
And I'm just talking on a professional standpoint.
When a Latina loves you, you are number one. They put you on a pedestal. They take care of you. But you do something to upset a Latina, it doesn't matter how much they love you. You are death to them. They're going to make your life a living hell. And I'd rather not experience that, because it's impossible to have a perfect relationship. And I just my family's Latinos and Latinas. I know a lot of Latinas. It's just something. It's a headache that I don't want to deal with.
Well, I will tell you that I dated and married as a second wife a lady from Ukraine. Mm-hmm. I learned from my first marriage that there is some truth about being married to someone, as the Protestant religions will say, equally yoked.
Yes.
And I wanted a woman that was Orthodox Christian, and I wanted a woman that was Slavic. She didn't have to be Serbian like me, just any form of Slavic, because I didn't want another lady that was going to try to change me.
Right.
I'm happy with the Orthodox faith. I'm happy with my Slavic background, and I wanted peace. I wanted peace in the house. And my second wife, she has been absolutely wonderful, and God help me. She has tolerated me over the years, because I'll tell you what, if I dated me, I wouldn't tolerate me.
Yeah, no, I get that. There's always a good woman, right? Behind every great man, there's a greater woman, right?
That is so true.
And let me tell you, I love the Slavic culture. I love the Eastern European culture. I was an Eastern Catholic when I first converted, Byzantine and Melkite Catholic, and the culture and the food, pierogies, all that. The people are just gracious from Eastern Europe. And you know what I think it is? It might be because most of Eastern Europe was under the Soviet bloc, and there's something about the Eastern Europeans that is very attractive with their personality and their mindset.
That is so true. And thank you both, Neil and Steve Woods, because I am actually, to be honest with you, I had gone to Ukraine a total of 13 times, and it was like a kid in the candy store, and trying to get myself to stay focused on the task of finding my significant other was hard, because I dated some very, very good quality ladies, some crummy ones, but mostly very good quality. And trying to stay focused on the mission was hard. So subsequently, it was, I don't know, 5 years or so, 13 years going overseas, 13 trips. And I got sick and tired of being alone when I came home. So on the 13th trip, I think God pretty much beat me up and made my heart ready. So on the trip over there, I kept praying to God, either give me a wife or take my life, because I'm tired of being a family man without a family. And that's when I met her. She had her own introduction service, marriage agency, if you will. She was introducing me to someone else who was wrong for me. I had to go out with her once, and I realized, ain't going to happen. And I thought she was married. She wasn't. When I realized that she was available, I jumped on that. We had been together ever since. We were eating out of each other's plates, drinking out of each other's cups, completing each other's sentences. On the fourth date, I proposed. 6 days later, we accidentally eloped in a monastery in Ukraine. So there you go.
That's awesome.
So
I'm glad you found the one.
Yes, I did. I'm very, very, very fortunate for that.
Nice. Awesome.
So let's see, we're at 2 hours. Let me go ahead and get that last set of names.
Yeah, go ahead.
So here we go for Malayan Tiger. Now, please understand, people, because I don't want anyone to be offended. When I tell you that I do this consecutive thing for a very, very big reason. And I don't want anyone to be offended by what I'm going to tell you. It's not fair for someone to join at the last minute, become a member, and take a chance on winning free silver. The purpose of the membership is to support the channel, help me build the channel, give me suggestions on what you all want to see, be part of the whole channel experience. So there are some people, not going to mention names, who will join at the last minute, and that's not fair to the people who have been here for a while. So if someone wants to do that, I do the two consecutive months to give someone a chance to decide what they want to do. So there you go. That's why I do what I do. Before I set up this wheel of names, I'm going to also do something for the people in the chat here. So bear with me here. I'm going to give away 5 free memberships. So let's see who the winners are. Siren Silver Stash, Knox Stacks, Niels Han Dynasty, James Schultz, Just Winch, and Mad Stacker. Oh, no, Mad didn't win. He left a comment. Sound reasoning on that part. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate your comment. Thank you. So let me go over to the wheel of names here again. And I'm going to bring that up. And we're going to replace the level 1s with level 2s. So if you choose to be a member for 2 or more consecutive months, you'll be eligible in March of 2026. So let's see who's won. So here we go. Congratulations, Check Stacker. So you'll be winning. Let me get the. Here we go. You'll be getting this 2-ounce round. And the winner of the 1 ounce will be getting a similar 1-ounce round, UFOs. So I hope you enjoy your winnings. And also congratulations to Michael Nancy Stacking, Bits P71. I'm going to go ahead and check the numbers one more time. Make sure we did or did not pass 75. We're close. We hit 70 likes, 5 short. So if you'll stay on Daniel for when we finish, maybe we can set things up for this upcoming week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. By the way, make sure you subscribe to Citizens for Sound Money. And when Daniel gets his online bullion dealership, please go over see it. I want to go see it myself.
Yeah, I'd love to have you.
So, one of the things I want to ask you later on a different stream, with gold and silver being what they are and the gold to silver ratio being what they are, what your take is. Please don't answer it now. This is going to be for something a little bit later. Did you get the package I sent you? I did, Metal Matt. I was planning on doing an unboxing. Thank you. Metal Matt sent me a really nice package, as well as Mishi Stacker. So I'm planning on doing an unboxing video. So basically, that's going to be one of the ones I do after I do the commercials. So basically, I want to see what your take is on that, both as a buyer of precious metals and a bullion dealer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see here. I'm going to refresh one last time. And we're still at 70. So the winners of the dimes, the winners of the ounces of pure silver, congratulations. So thank you all for coming. Tomorrow we're going to do the same thing for subscribers, to get input from the subscribers, what they want to see. So those of you who want to come back, you have time to think about what you want to ask for me to do for content. And we'll see where we go from there. And I will again try to get Shavella on video, and also Lynette Zhang. And once again, thank you all for coming.